Hi, so this is a walk around of my 1972 MV Agusta 350 Scrambler, which was a very, very rare model. Most remained in Europe. There were a total of 207 of them made. And they were capitalizing on the Scrambler craze at the time, the Steve McQueen craze with the high pipes. And pretty much every major manufacturer had taken their ordinary road version, put Scrambler tires on it, high fenders, and a big fancy exhaust on one side. So MV got in on there and they made this bike, which I think is one of the most beautiful Scramblers ever made. This again is a 1972. I purchased it at the Las Vegas auction around 2013 or 2014. There were two of them there. These were part of a collection of the die-cast models owner who had amassed a collection. He called it the Museo MV Agusta, and the book for that comes with the bike. He had amassed this huge collection, and I bought two of them. Anyway, this was the one of two Scramblers that he had. The other one went to the museum in Birmingham, Alabama. They were bidding on this one too, because they just really are a cool bike. This is the 6-volt version, the earlier version, and let's just walk around it and take a look. So starting from the front, I put on new Heidenau tires. These have an appropriate Scrambler type tread, and these are essentially full tread. I put on a new set of bellows on the forks, and basically to get the bike running it required a battery, and that's a modern Interstate 6-volt battery that's there. Certainly it could be shoved into an antique case to make it look more in the thing. The battery hold down was missing, so I fabricated this. You can see using I think that's a BMW rubber pad that I put it on. So it's held in there very, very securely. It's disconnected right now, but it can be easily connected up. This is the coolest part of the bike. These high pipes, these are all original, obviously re-chromed during restoration in Italy, but I think these are just really, really neat. The chrome on them, they just did a lovely, lovely job. The carbs are Del Ortos. Let's try to get in there and take a look at them. When I got the bike, the right-hand carb slide was sticking. It turned out the body was warped from somebody tightening it a little bit too much, so I found a new body and rebuilt the carbs. And it's running real nice now. These are Italian fuel lines, the same kind that we'd use back in the day, although they didn't use filters back in the day. Moving backwards, again I have a matching Heidenau at the back, and also installed a new chain. This was a standard size chain. Rims, of course, were also re-chromed. There's the ignition, which was on the side, just in the perfect spot that while you were riding, you could move your leg a little and turn it off. And here's a close-up of the carbs. Tank has a nice multi-step lacquer paint job on it. One area right back here, which I don't think is original, was the seat brackets. I suspect those were meant to be chromed. I just left those just the way they were. Not really being able to find any kind of pictures of what they actually looked like back in the day. Let's move on up here. Here are the instruments. Surprisingly, the tachometer works just beautifully, but the speedometer doesn't work. And I never found the speedometer to be that useful, so I never took the time to try to figure out whether it was just a broken cable or whether the speedometer itself needed to be rebuilt. The headlight also doesn't work, again, probably because the 6-volt bulb is bad. But with this kind of headlight, this is not the bike you ride at night anyway. So those just weren't big priorities to me, but I want to be sure that everyone's aware that, that neither the speedometer nor the light works, although the horn does. So let's just go over it. There's the original CEV type horn right in there, chrome to match everything else. And let's try to get a picture from underside. There's the engine. And the sump. And that's really about all. That's my 1972 MV 350 Scrambler.